that you're watching on. And we want to thank you so much for being here. Hey, how you doing?
We know you could have been any other place, but you shouldn't have. So good on you for staying home and on your computer. Anyway, what you're going to see is a show that's inspired by mental health. Everyone in the show has had their lives in some way affected by mental health, which means everyone in the world fucking applies. Because it sucks. Anyway, we're gonna have some wonderful stand-up comics and also a great story, but that's not all.
No, not by a long shot. Those great stand-ups and aforementioned story are gonna inspire some hilarious improv by about 10 of the people whose boxes are in various spots on your computer box. And that'll we'll circle around and back to some story, some more improv, some more story, some more improv. And then just gotta put some good vibes out there in the whole dang world.
We're gonna make you good in the heart, and you're gonna love it.
Yeah. Who's ready to get this thing going?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Hey, Twitch chat. Light up the chat right now. Give us a whole bunch of claps. Say yay. Who, like Arsenio Hall. Because starting us off, we got Katrina Reese.
Hey!
Thanks for having me. My name's Katrina Reese. I love comedy. It's something that I've been working on for a really long time in lots of different ways with stand-up and improv and voiceover. And comedy means a lot to me because it was really my salvation throughout my life. Because for decades, I suffered from OCD, anxiety, depression, a whole bunch of trauma. I was only recently diagnosed with ADHD. So now I do comedy. Yeah. The thing about comedy is that it doesn't exist until you discover it. And even then, it's just a thing that people use as a reminder that everything is ultimately absurd and ridiculous. And the best punchlines always come when you think the story is over. And it takes a long time to realize that. And you have to pay attention. So I'm learning how to do that. And comedy is hard. Okay, so I'll tell you a story. When I was in 7th grade, I had a history teacher named Mr. Casey. He was a very interesting, very serious man. And he told a story to my 7th grade class about his wife, Mrs. Casey, who was the principal of the school. And he said, sometimes Mrs. Casey, she substitute teaches. And there was one day, a few years ago, she was substitute teaching for a 2nd grade class. And the do now on the board was, write about something you like. So Mrs. Casey's sitting there at the desk, all the students are working very quietly, and a little girl raises her hand and she says, Mrs. Casey, I need help spelling something. And Mrs. Casey goes, all right, come up to the front. Everyone's working very quietly. Come up here. And she goes up to the front and she goes, Mrs. Casey, how do you spell sex? And Mrs. Casey goes, S-E-X. Why? S-E-X-Y. No. It's S-E-X, but why? Why do you need to spell it? 'Cause we have to write about something you like. What? The do now, you have to write about something you like, and I like butterflies, so I know how to spell the word in, but I don't know how to spell the word sex.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Casey realized that she was trying to spell in sex, and she laughed and laughed. And no, I'm so sorry. I spelled that word wrong. It's S-E-C-T-S. It's not S-E-X. No, it's not. Sometimes Mrs. Casey makes mistakes. Okay. And the little girl walked back to her seat, and Mrs. Casey laughed and laughed. And my whole class, we all laughed. Oh my gosh. Hilarious story. I was like, oh my gosh, what a great story. I'm going to remember that forever. And that's the end of that story. But anyways, a couple of years ago, I was helping my parents empty out the house that I grew up in because they were getting divorced and they were selling the house. And I was looking through everything. My mom had this box of stuff that she had saved from when I was in school, and like she saved everything. I'm talking about like, oh my gosh, I'm 31 years old and I can read stuff that I wrote when I was 8. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I like butterflies. Butterflies are insects. And then I realized that the story I heard in 7th grade was about me. And that it had taken me over 20 years. Mrs. Casey was, she always laughed when she saw me. She loved me. I was in that school until I was 8th grade. Okay. I don't know, Mrs. Casey really likes me. And I hated that school. I was bullied. I had body image issues for a long time. It was hard for me to make friends because ADHD is a thing that affects relationships very much. But I did make friends, and I changed schools in high school. Actually, Serpy and I went to the same high school. Yeah, Golden Knights.
Go Knights! Go Knights!
Go Knights. I started getting involved in things, drama, music. So I was a great student, and during senior year, there's an award ceremony where the seniors get, like, awarded in front of the rest of the school, all the staff for what they've achieved. And so I knew I was going to be getting something, and I was very excited. And so I got my award, and I was very happy that I got the award also because it was a long ceremony, and I got to go sit down and just kind of stare out the window. And we're all on the stage, and my last name, with my last name and being short, I was in the front, and I was staring out the window because I didn't have to pay attention anymore. And I heard my guidance counselor get up to the podium, and he said, I forget, but he was saying something. He was like, this next award is for a young woman who, and I didn't really listen to what he was saying because it was so nice out. And she, whenever she walks into a room, she lights up the room with her sense of humor. Oh, I wonder who this person is because she sounds like she's really cool. I wonder, is it Emily? Is it? And then he said a name, and people started clapping, and I was just like, I wonder who this person would be. And then people started laughing, and I was like, I wonder why people are laughing. And then my friend Emily, who's sitting next to me, elbowed me really hard, and she was like, that's you. And I was like, what? Thanks for having me back on.
Hey. For the record, I didn't win anything at that one.
Excuse me, teacher.
Hey.
Hey, I have a question.
Sure. Always happy to help you out.
Thank you, Mr. Tyson. How do you spell raw dogging?
Is this a trick question?
Was it a trick assignment,
Lenny?
Mr. Tyson?
Is this a trick question? How do you spell raw dogging?
No.
You don't know how to spell that after 2 years here at rock and roll school?
I don't know how to spell it. No,
You don't know how to spell raw dogging after 2 years of daily rock and roll school?
I know how to live it, motherfucker, but I don't know how to spell it.
You need to know how to spell it. You can live the raw dog lifestyle all day. But when you need to put your thoughts down on paper, okay, not just through the act of vocalizing them in front of 60,000 crazy fans, but when that record label comes to you and says, hey, we need the lyrics to your song, and you can't spell raw
Mr.
dog
Tyson,
in?
I'm just going to tell them that my lyrics...
hang on, Lenny.
Okay.
If you can't spell raw dog in, they're going to get real mad. So, hey, I appreciate you asking me the question, how do you spell raw dogging? I want you to take this chalk and I'm going to let out letter by letter for you. All right. Give me a beat. Give me a beat, Jackie.
What are you teaching me right now?
Raw dogging. I'm trying to do it on the beat. WDOGGIN.
Was that in sync?
Yeah, it was.
No,
I'm gonna go back to reading the announcements, but later.
Thank you, Jackie.
Devil horns.
Yeah, Mr. Tyson, you're the least rock and roll teacher here.
I may look the least rock and roll on the outside.
It's
but
not
on the
just
inside,
look, it's also sound and every other way you communicate.
Oh, you think rock and roll, you have to look and feel. You've been here for 2 years at rock and roll school, and you think rock and roll is all about how you talk and look?
No, I think it's also about how you communicate, and that you also don't do intensely. It's you're very timid, and I'm not. No, like the sweater vest is not helping your cause, but I feel like I don't need to learn how to spell raw dogging, or if people like want my lyrics, I'll tell them fuck off, sucker, and then I'm gonna.
Rock and roll school has a 96% pass rate.
Edit.
But
now, Benjamin, I don't know about all that. Just because you discovered electricity doesn't mean it didn't exist before you went and Come now.
That's exactly what it means. There was no such a thing, and I found it. I, Benjamin Franklin, found it.
Benjamin, I just can't agree with you there. I think that
prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Lightning storms, we've seen them. You've
Sure.
seen them since you were a child.
I guess.
Is lightning not electricity?
Nothing is real until you see it or know it yourself.
Benjamin, does that mean this very country on which you and I stand today was not in existence prior to that loser Columbus arriving?
Exactly. That is exactly. My God, Francis, you're the brightest student we have. Why don't you leave your father's smithery and strike out on your own? You're an academic, boy.
I can't leave the farm, you know that. I have an obligation to my family, to my father, and frankly to this brand new country. But all the same, I just don't think it's wise for you to be spreading these falsehoods about having basically created electricity. You discovered that. It's
Francis,
amazing.
you're young and you worry too much. One day, God willing, if you survive all the winters, you'll turn 42. And once you hit 40, everything you say is right. It's the most incredible thing I've ever experienced. I've discovered electricity. Since I've turned 40, I've discovered everything. Did you know that apples fall directly from trees to the ground?
Yes, I did. Listen, Benjamin,
I did it.
I'm well a man. All right? I've lived a long life already.
How old are you, son, at this age?
12.
Married yet?
Edit.
Eric, I heard what they said at the school awards, that you're really funny and you brighten the room, and I just felt really strongly that we should be friends.
No. See, it's completely wrong. It's just, it wasn't about me at all.
I think you're being modest, which is even more charming. Eric, I know we don't talk in class and we don't run in the same circles, but
listen, Cheryl, seriously, look, I know you walked into a bar and I know you said ouch, but you've got to like help me out here. No, don't laugh. It's just not funny.
It was a good one. You got me for like a second. I didn't get it, and then I did.
Cheryl, this is why you're tarnishing my reputation. Okay? I'm not light and happy.
That's not what I want. I want you to be you and have your moods. I don't wanna change you. I just know that maybe it's your darkness that lightens the mood. Maybe it's your, like your inner demon. I don't know. But you won most affable, and I can already tell that we should be friends.
Oh God, Cheryl, listen. Oh God, did you hear why 6 is afraid of 7?
Mm-hmm.
Because 7, 8, 9. It's so sad. Now it's like, no, come on.
Go Nuggets!
Go
Nuggets!
Nuggets! Go
Yeah.
Nuggets!
Go Nuggets!
Go Nuggets,
Go.
Nuggets, go Nuggets, Nuggets.
Go
I love
Go
Nuggets!
Nuggets!
Go Nuggets!
Season tickets. Nothing better.
Feels good. Rooting for the home team, the Nuggets.
The Nuggets. We're gonna strike gold this year. Am I right?
You're
Right.
right. You're right. This is the year. Double fisting some hot dogs, striking gold. Watching the games with the boys.
Nothing makes me feel better than eating, drinking, and being around my boys while watching the Nuggets.
Nuggets, 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 nuggets. Eat the nuggets, nuggets, nuggets. Snuggle with the nuggets. Snuggling with the nuggets.
Ring, 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 ring. Serpy's phone is ringing. Ring, ring,
Wait,
ring.
hold on. Hello.
Hey, baby, are you having a good time?
Hey, sweetheart. Thanks. Hold on. That's the
Snuggle
wife.
with us, nuggets.
Hey, babe, listen, I want you to heed my advice. I want you to feel free to like open up to your boys, all right? Boys. I think guy friendships can be really meaningful. I just wanted to call that, okay?
Oh, okay. That's real.
Be vulnerable. Be vulnerable. Okay, I have to go.
Nuggets, nuggets.
Hi, Rebecca. I love you.
Okay.
She didn't say it back. She forgot to say it back.
Dude, she didn't say it back. That's what I've been telling you, man. She doesn't say it back. It's a thing.
I'm
Hug
sure
us, nuggets.
Nuggets.
Snuggle, hug us.
Ring,
Who's
ring,
driving?
ring, ring. Sean's phone's ringing. Sean's phone's
Oh,
ringing.
Hold on, I'm
your
gonna put
turn.
this on. I got a phone call. I'm putting it on speaker.
Nuggets.
What's up?
Hey, baby. I'm just home, and you told me to snuggle with the nuggets, and I am. I'm just sitting here with the chicken nuggets, and they're getting cold, and I'm waiting for you.
I love you, baby.
All right, hurry home so they don't get colder.
Okay, here's the thing. I keep them waiting until they say "I love you" back, right? So
I didn't
when
see
they
you
say
hang up
"I
on the
love
ring.
you," that's when I give the physical affection. You know, it's
Ring,
like,
ring, ring, ring. Adam's phone.
Hey, it's my turn.
Hello. We've got an exciting offer for you. Now you can sign up for whole 5 months of free cable. All you need is a credit card and 3 different forms of identity. Press 4 to hear more.
I love you,
Go
Jennifer.
Nuggets.
Edit.
She
She
said,
called you back.
Guys, gals, and non-gender conforming pals, please welcome Ari Spence.
On September 25th, 2019, I walked into Temple Art Tattoo Parlor on Main Street in New City, New York. The shop had been open for 1 week, and I made a decision that morning, about 2 hours before I walked into the shop, to get a tattoo. Walked in, I wrote on a piece of paper, "Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road." My tattoo artist, Wilson, complimented my handwriting, and I made a joke about some Catholic school trauma. Then thousands of tiny needles proceeded to move at an unfathomable rate to inject these words into my body. It was my final send-off to an identity that I had been cultivating for most of my life, an identity that didn't really serve me. For 25 years, I was a doll. I was my mother's doll, a projection of her desires. I was a living embodiment of her greatest dreams. I could grow up to be the things she had always wanted for herself. I could be everything she could never be. If I had a dime for every time someone said to me, "Oh, you look just like your mother," I'd have like a shit ton of dimes, like a huge inconvenience for counting all of these dimes. She'd dress me in things she wished she could wear. She'd style my hair like a Victorian doll, my curls combed out into waves and blunt bangs. Then as I aged, we'd have matching Karen haircuts. But no, seriously, her name was Karen. We both had that haircut, and she always wanted to speak to the manager, no matter what it was. I was trapped in a cursed doll's body, living my life through someone else's eyes. I was on a track I couldn't get off, and all I could do was wait. Just wait. Wait for it to end. Wait for the day for it all to click. Wait for the day would make sense. There had to be a day, one day where I'd finally feel accomplished, happy, content maybe? Just waiting and waiting and waiting. Living the way I wanted to live was a foreign concept to me. And maybe I was always waiting for a day that would never come into existence. But then, boom, that day arrives. The spell is broken and I'm free. I can be me. No more expectations to uphold. No dreams that I have to worry about crushing, and a happy ending for me. It's great. Except for the fact I have no fucking idea what the hell I'm supposed to do from here. My life crumbled before me, and what you see before you was born. And like a newborn, I really could have used some help figuring out how to start a whole new ass life. There's no guidebook for people who spent most of their life trying to live up to and achieve the goals of someone else. For some reason, there's no reclaiming your sense of identity for dummies in existence. And there's certainly no guidebook for how the hell you're supposed to explain the decision to leave behind a law degree and a legal profession to become an artist. But at least you have friends, right? You know, friends, the people who you've known for the latter part of 7 formative years of your life, the people who you've counted on to be at your wedding, the people who asked you to be in their wedding and then rescinded the offer. The ones that were there and supported you on this grand journey to law school, they were there the whole way. I skipped down that yellow brick road to the Emerald City known as Pace Law. And they were there when the curtains of Oz opened up, and there stood a swarmy ass little man in an ill-fitting suit that offered me a life of misery, guilt, substance abuse, and disordered eating. No thanks, I'd rather go my own way. My former friends loved being with Ariana, the one-day lawyer, and then even supported Ari, the soon-to-be lawyer. Why wouldn't they support just plain old Ari? The Ari who, for the first time in their life, didn't have everything mapped out. The Ari that just decided to say, fuck it, and just walk on. Why wouldn't they accept a new and improved Ari? You see, that's where things get dicey. People like boxes and they like clear labels and they want to know exactly what they are getting, what to expect. Now, don't get me wrong. I love me a good label. My favorite one of which being, you know, queer ass bitch. However, my life is a little bit more nuanced than that. I enjoy trying different labels and seeing which one fits and which one I can use for later and all that fun jazz. But apparently they didn't come from the same camp. And it sucked. It really, really fucking sucked. And many hurtful things were said to me, most of which I will spare both you and myself from repeating, but I will leave you the pinnacle of them all. I pleaded with a dear friend, one of my best friends, to just trust me, to accept the fact that I'm happy now. This is what makes me happy. I felt happy. To which they responded, I don't believe you.
Woof.
There is no room for the real Ari, just Ariana, the doll. Finding room over the past year or so has been an adventurous challenge, to put it both mildly and graciously. Parts of it sucked worse than, a donkey's testicles on a hot Mediterranean day. Parts of it were pretty phenomenal. Dreams I didn't even know I had are coming true, even as I stand here talking to y'all right now. I get to write, act, sing, bartend, cook. I've argued cases, I've trained dogs, I've even made the best damn lattes people have had in their entire lives. And if there's no room for me, then I'll build one for me. I will make a space that will hold me, all of me. No more chasing rainbows, no more building roads to nowhere, because I finally decided my future lies beyond that yellow brick road.
Yeah, no, it's the place is called Temple Beth Inkblot. It was it's run by all Jewish guys, and that was where I got my first tattoo. They're all Orthodox. I got a Seder plate. It was amazing. It was an homage to my family.
I didn't know they were allowed to do that.
I didn't either. Apparently, there's no law against giving tattoos. It's just getting them. It was. I wanted a tattoo, and I'm thinking to myself, what would my father actually approve of? And Seders are a big family tradition, and you know what? He was on board.
Are you?
Where are you going to get married?
But there is an exemption for Jewish-related tattoos. It kind of you basically look. I got a shofar on my right arm for Yom Kippur, so it's kind of like I'm atoning at the same time.
Are you? I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm just a hipster here in this broken coffee shop, but I just overheard the most underground tattoo place ever, and I'd love to get a tattoo from there to say that I got the most, taboo tattoo.
Jeff, you're going viral.
It's on the Lower East Side, man. Check it out.
It's on the Lower East Side. All right, thank you.
I'm sorry. Are these places open on Saturday morning?
No. What do you got? No. They have.
Okay.
For a second there, it was crazy.
I was getting a little hot, I didn't know what we were doing. Okay. So they. Okay.
My blood is in my ears.
Right. I can't see. So I'm sorry. So just sorry, I'm clear.
My hair won't stop shaking.
They put the ink. That ink is not coming out.
No, the ink is not coming out.
Wow. Never, not ever.
That is how tattoos work. It is not temporary. It is not a henna. It's real. You seem unconvinced.
Are you gonna be okay?
Edit.
Hey. Thank you for talking to me really fast. I think like in general I'm a pretty good roommate, and I'm not like really high maintenance.
No, not at all.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I'm just really trying to learn German right now, and when you remove the labels that like I'm putting on our household items, it's like preventing me from learning German.
But when you label them, then I don't know what they are.
They don't cease to be what they are when I label them.
They kind of do, because then they're called something else, and I just confused myself. Today I tried to make a phone call and I used a vase. It was terrible. I was on hold for 30 minutes.
But the German word for vase is not even close to phone in English.
When you don't have many options, you just start reaching. Like an octopus, you're all over the place. What I'm saying is, this is your fault.
Wow. Once again, you've twisted it to be my fault. Meiden Freuden again. I'm just like really frustrated. Can we reach a compromise here? What if I put like the German label on and a picture of the item on the item? Would that clarify what it is?
We could try it out. I don't want to be the bad guy here,
I'm sorry. I'm getting more upset than I should be. You're definitely not the bad guy. It's just, well, I'm just kind of jealous of you. Okay, honestly, you're a polyglot. You speak like 14 languages. I think it's like the most awesome thing. So I was like, maybe if I could just have German, it would be like cool for me to like have that one thing. And like without the labels, like I'm hopeless. It's a hopeless case. So.
Look, I don't like to brag. I speak 14 languages. I work for the FBI because I'm a linguist. I don't like to rub it in. But what's the one language I can't speak? German.
Yeah. Okay, how about this? I'm gonna put the labels on everything. I'm gonna keep the labels on, okay? But whenever you need to use an item, just call me into the room and I'll help you figure out what that item is.
So you will always be home. Because it can happen at any time. I don't want to bug you at work. I know you're very important.
No, it's a fake job. I go to a fake job. I can stay home.
Oh, that's why that's why you have a child's briefcase.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I know you may look at me and think, oh, not much of a defense attorney, but trust your hearts, for I did leave a career as an artist to pursue a legal degree, and I have achieved thus. And so here I pray tell you all, do not convict my poor dear client, for arson is no victimful crime. I rest my case.
No victim for arson.
Wait. You didn't say anything about how I wasn't there at the time. You didn't say that I had, this alibi. You didn't say...
The details were fully transcribed through my interpretive dance. I do believe the jury will understand that even if you did light a fire... Oh,
Here. I ask that the jury respect the art of the defense attorney and treat it as the piece that it is.
Wait a second. I'm on trial here for arson. Judge, may I get a new lawyer? My lawyer's just been acting out from Shakespeare this entire time.
Peg Aaron out.
Now...
I'll just say it. Being Ben Brantley, formerly of the New York Times Theater Review, I don't get it.
Order. It's really nice to serve on a jury with you, Ben.
I would ask the jury to please be a little bit more respectful of an obviously blooming artist who's clearly trapped.
Likewise.
Is that a new scene?
Yeah.
Sorry, I got a new scene. Okay. Honey,
welcome back to week 3 of Reclaiming Your Sense of Identity for Dummies. I'm Grace Meandrews.
Hi, Grace. Hi, Grace.
Hi. How's everyone doing this week?
You tell
Pretty
me.
low. Yeah, I'm pretty low.
Well, but now, Ted, I'm glad that you actually knew how you felt. Clea, could you maybe find a word to identify how you're feeling this week?
Vague.
What was that?
Vague? In need of definition, guidance, direction.
And that is why you are here. That's why we're all here. None of us, I, speaking for myself, had no sense of identity until I found myself in a leadership role, helping others find their sense of identity. And we're going to start today with a quick exercise that you can do. We'll start together here, but then you can do it at home. It's called the sandwich. Is everybody ready?
Yeah. I think so.
We're going to close our eyes. You're going to imagine a sandwich. What's in it?
Okay.
There's a lot of options. Let me figure this out.
There are. What are some things that could be on a sandwich?
Well, I'm in this argument right now with Ted that a hot dog is technically a sandwich because there's 2 pieces of bread. Now I'm stuck on that. Tell me what sandwich I'm thinking of.
That's right. Yes.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna tell you what sandwich you're thinking of. You're thinking of the meatball parm from Regina's grocery down on the Lower East Side.
Now, Ted, is Clea thinking of meatball parm?
Hold on. Am I right? Right?
All I see is meatball parm. I can't see anything else.
Don't think of a meatball parm.
All right, what am I thinking of, Ted, then? Ted? Oh, I get it. You want me to come up with it.
Well, no, why are you? No, I'm sitting here in my brain trying to make my sandwich, and I'm sitting here trying to guess your sandwich. And in my brain, there's an unmade sandwich in my brain.
The thing is, Ted, Clea is going to pick her own sandwich.
Well, why is she telling me to guess her sandwich?
And if I were to pick one, it would be...
You would pick...
Ted, this is your time.
She's telling me to pick a sandwich. I got to make my own sandwich.
That's right. Ted's going to make your own sandwich quietly. Clea, okay. What do you smell right now?
Oh, I smell vague.
Mm-hmm.
Thing in need of definition, description, direction.
Mm-hmm.
I feel lost.
Spicy, sweet, salty.
Go back to the sandwich shop.
I guess spicy, but also a little sweet, but also spicy.
Spicy and also a little sweet. Clea, that is 2 identifying features of your sandwich.
All right, ask me how I am again today.
How you doing today?
Spicy, also a little sweet.
Edit.
Hey, honey, I think I'm going to retire from rock and roll school.
What? That seems
Daddy,
like
why?
a major shift.
Daddy, why? What will we do for food?
Oh, no.
Yes, think of your son.
Think of your son and how much food he eats.
I think of my son all the time.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
They want me to be a certain way, the students aren't getting it. They don't get that rock and roll can be whatever the hell you want it to be. They think, well, you got to be like a muff wiggler, or you got to be like a raw dogger. And there's room in rock and roll for the sweater vest. There's room in rock and roll for the not intense, angry guy. You can be whatever you want.
There's room for suspenders.
Oh, I love you, son.
I love
you.
Oh,
I'm going to swing you around the room.
Where my guys go. Now, honey, I love
so
you
much
where you
love
are.
to me.
I love your sweater vest. I think it's nice. I think you have
I
a
do
good
too.
version of rock and roll, like those guys that sing 500 miles. But
The Pretenders?
I thought, is it Pretenders?
The Pretenders? I don't know.
Hang
I'm a
on.
child.
You're a child. You don't have to know this. Whatever. It definitely starts with a P. Wait, I was gonna say something, but is it the Pretenders?
I don't
No,
think
it's the Proclaimers.
There it is.
The Proclaimers. And let me tell you a
Anyway.
little rock and roll history. The Proclaimers actually have a better song than the 500 Mile song
Impossible.
Get out of town.
called Roll the R. And they talk about how when
Roll
they
the
tour
R?
America, how when they were touring America, they kept getting people kept
Tag out
talking about
Serpy
their
and
accent.
Adam. Tag out Serpy and Adam. Look, Jeff, we want to keep you on here. I want to keep you as a teacher, but it just seems like you're just not that rock and roll. We do have a test to see, if you are rock and roll enough to teach here. If you are able to undergo it.
Okay. What is it, a medical test?
Now, first of all, you just answered okay and not fuck yeah, dude. So that's as
Well, that's the whole point. That's what I'm arguing.
No, I'm sorry,
is
it's part of it. All right, question number
you gotta
2.
accept me.
No, I don't though. I'm the principal. So question number 2. Does Guster rock?
You know the answer to that question as much
I
as
know
I
the
do,
answer to that, but I need to know if you know.
Professor.
Yeah.
You know that Guster is a dried pile of poo on an October.
I'm sorry, you are
day.
expelled.
No, it is not.
We have to fire you.
I was turning my resignation in.
We can't make every show about Guster, guys.
Friends, dear friends, please give it up for influencer, comedian, band leader, dog mom, manic pixie dream, C word, Kristin Kirkley. That's her Twitter. That's her.
Yeah. Yeah, I am a manic pixie dream. Can I curse on here?
Oh yeah, yes. I can't say that one, but you can.
Yes, I'm a manic pixie dream cunt because men want to have fun, but they don't want to learn about themselves. It's a rough time. I'm so sorry. My dog. Yep. Can you hear my dog?
Yeah.
Yes, everyone can hear my dog. Larry. Yes, he's my sweet boy. And he was great for a second, and now he is barking. No problem. No, I'm here to talk about my mental health, which, what a chaotic jumble of a slinky. You know how like when you're a kid and like you had a slinky and then it went in your closet and then it like kind of got, jumbled around. Yeah. That is my mental health. I don't know why I'm telling you that. I have a variety of psychiatric issues. The main one of which is ADHD. I am an ADHDer. Word up, Katrina. All my fellow ADHDers, like, we're around, like, you can just pull your Adderall out of your purse and shake it like a maraca. If you've got it, flaunt it. So I got diagnosed in college on my own volition. There were a lot of warning signs. I was a very hyperactive kid, but my parents chose to just put me in the category of talented and then let me be stressed out for 19 years, which is it's a double-edged sword. But when I got into college, I was having trouble organizing all of the standard stuff. And I went to my doctor and I was like, I think I'm ADHD. And she was like, yeah, I also think you're ADHD, but like, let's send you off. Let's send you to do some testing. And I went to the ADHD doc and we did a lot of tests, and turns out I am like off the charts. There's a level of hyperactivity that like everybody kind of gets from time to time. But for me, it's like, it's just a way of life. So then I went back to my doctor with my test results, and she was like, okay, cool. I'm going to prescribe you Adderall. And I was in college at the time. So I was like, oh my God, are you allowed to do that? Like, I have $5 on me right now, but like I can get more cash. You know, I mean, if there's ever a pro tip that came out of this whole experience, it's like, you know, if your doctor prescribes you narcotics, tip them. Everybody enjoys cash. But I did, I started taking Adderall, and I told my mom I was going to start taking Adderall, and she was like, oh my God, Kristin, are you sure you want to do that to yourself? I mean, that's the same stuff as meth. And I got kind of freaked out because at the time I was not well acquainted with drugs. You know, 6 years in New York City, different story. But at the time I had no idea. So like I did my research because this is stuff that I'm putting in my body, and, you know, a quick Google search. And it turns out the main difference between Adderall and meth is Adderall's main ingredient is not tractor fluid. It's true. But I started taking it, and truly like the whole world opened up for me. And I mean, it was in an academic context. So like, if I have also a pro tip for other people, it's like, when you take Adderall, like choose what you want to focus on, because it can take you down a lot of different paths. And for me, the like first path that I really went down was punctuation. Truly, like I have no idea how I got through high school, because my understanding of punctuation pre-Adderall was like, you put a capital letter at the beginning of the sentence and you put a period at the end of the sentence and you're great. That's about all you need to signify in my mind. But then I started taking Adderall, and it's like, no. There's like this whole world, like, you know, there's colons and semicolons and brackets and parentheses. And like my favorite one is hyphens. You know, they're like half an equal sign, you know what I mean? Like, you know, those little dash marks. Oh my God, you guys, you can do parenthetical phrases without parentheses. Blows my mind every time. It was very cool. And like, truly, it also, things that I read, I had to go back and read things post-Adderall in a post-Adderall age. And I don't know how I got through anything. Cause I started reading the dictionary, and the dictionary is all about punctuation. And I want to give you an example, because like the definition of dictionary, and I wrote it down because it's important that we get these facts straight. The definition of dictionary, according to Merriam-Webster's, it requires 39 words, 7 commas, 2 parentheses, 2 colons, and a semicolon to basically say the thing you are using right now, comma, dumbass. So, you know, that's my life. I'm gonna leave you on this because I think it's funnier, but also so sad. Because like the great thing about Adderall is like, you know, you can pay attention, you can focus in on things. But also like it's a stimulant, and if you get into your mid-20s and drink heavily, it becomes an interesting dynamic. Like, you know, I wouldn't say that I have a drinking problem. It's more of like a complex drinking equation. You know, it's like a math equation. It's like if Kristin starts drinking at 5 p.m. and she eats dinner and hydrates the entire time, but she's missing the last 4 hours of her night. How many drinks did Kristin have? And the answer is, I have no idea. I stopped counting my drinks in 2013. So, you know, it is what it is. All right. Thank you so much, you guys.
Yay.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. If you could just speak
I
up.
thought at this party, I thought that being a parentheses was going to be awesome. And then you, a freaking hyphen. What? Come on.
Oh, Oh, that's why I couldn't hear you. There wasn't the other one of you. Yeah, sorry.
So here you go again. Here you go. You always just somehow stop me.
I work my way in there.
Hyphen, man, put it up here. Awesome to see you, man. Awesome to see
Hey, sweetie, these hyphens giving you trouble?
Yeah. Thanks for showing up so late. We were just a run-on for a really long time.
Sorry, I had to make a emoticon with a colon.
Exclamation point in the house, motherfucker!
Hey, yeah, this guy. Guys, don't worry about parentheses over there. I think she's on her period.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah, high fives.
Yes.
You know what, sweetie? We gotta box them in. All right.
Yeah,
when I say the code word, okay. When I say mustard, you know what that means.
Yep.
We form our shield.
Yep.
Mustard
up. We're having fun.
Yeah. What's up with you guys? Why are
now
you?
Basically a thought. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Gotcha.
Well, not really a party
this party's
vibe.
like an ellipsis. I'm checking out the next place.
Oh.
Well, we're trapped in these parentheses. Hey, listen, I've always loved you. You know that. And now that we're trapped, I think it's time that you should know that I left apostrophe. Yeah, we're not together anymore.
You left? Oh my God. So you're now unpossessed.
I guess you could say that. Just here with one of my favorite people on earth, frankly, and in these parentheses. So I
don't mean to cut myself off here, but let me just interrupt my feelings by sharing my true feelings, and I love you too.
If I may be myself, exclamation point. If I may.
Little @ sign. Come here and get underneath us to make a heart for these two. We're gonna change it up.
Yeah, we're gonna change it.
Yep. You make the top corner of the heart, and I make the other corner of the heart, and then hey, little minus dog sign. Get over here.
Come on in. Yeah.
There we go.
It's your moment. Wow. There it is.
We made a heart for you two. This is a real nice moment at this party.
Did somebody call the @ sign?
No, nobody added you.
I literally never said that I was better at than anyone. I never said that. I just said that since my tolerance is so low that I don't need to drink as much to get drunk, and it saves me a lot of money. And I'm feeling a little rich. That's all I said.
Okay, yeah, but it sounds like this is a thing that you do though. Like you make it sound like it's something good, but it somehow also feels like an insult for everybody else. It's like I don't even know how to explain it, and I'm not trying to bring you down, right? I think it's great that you are like drinking less and working out, obviously, quite a lot, and
every day because it's my outside time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
it's honestly, it's like the only time I get to go outside, and like I'm feeling a little bit not a lot. I know you're trying to be kind to me, but I just feel like a little bit attacked because it's like my only outside time. And so if I choose to work out every day or twice a day, as I've started last week, once in the morning, and everyone else wants to just be at home and baking bread, like that's fine.
Oh, okay, hold on. There it is. There it was right there. See, okay, so like
I'm just saying.
Right. Just because like people aren't working out twice a day doesn't mean they're home making bread. And like, by the way, bread's okay. Like, you know.
I wish I knew how to make bread.
You didn't.
I wish I knew, but I just like, I don't get it, I guess. Like,
no, I'm not saying that you have to eat bread. I'm not saying you have to eat bread. I'm not saying that you have to eat bread or carbs or that you have to work out,
I just want my, like, half a Pim's cup and then I'm feeling like rocked.
You're feeling really rocked. Yes, we know. Half a Pim's cup, a splash of soda, and that's all you need. We know.
Yeah, and that, but like honestly, because I haven't been drinking, I just feel like I have I'm just saving so much money. Like right now, I put my money down on a condo, and I'm trying to.
Sorry, hold on. You put down
mortgage.
I'm sorry. You put down a deposit on a condo?
I've just been saving a lot since the pandemic started because I don't go anywhere anymore, and like, I'm not drinking. I'm not going out. I don't have a lot of things that I like to do, even during so it's just like working out and.
Can I say something? Okay, you know what? Maybe this is judgmental of me, and that's fine. But I think that after a year-long pandemic, if like you're doing really well, you have to be a psycho. Hell, what do you like? What the fuck are you actually talking about? 2-a-days? What? Your body just got you through a global pandemic, and you're training for a marathon? Like, calm down. What the fuck? Oh, I stopped drinking, so now my skin's glowing, and I'm buying a condo. Like, are you crazy? Are you
this right here is because Becca is going out of business, and all of their highlighters are half off. This lighting and the end of an era. Do you understand? Becca Cosmetics is going out of business. Their entire it's a site-wide 50% off.
I know you find sales. I get it. You're saving money. You're finding sales. We all get it. I just think it's like I don't know. I guess I just can't relate to someone who's doing okay right now.
Can you respect my mental health?
Edit.
Yeah, have you read this dictionary?
Yeah.
That one in particular, or just a dictionary?
Yeah, this particular dictionary. It's great. I love it. It really breaks down terms in like a way I can understand. It's like great.
What's the plot?
It's a dictionary. It's a dictionary. It tells you the words. And here, let me just open up to a word.
Okay.
Raw dogged. Verb.
What's raw dogging?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you asked. This is a dictionary. Raw dogged.
Read the definition.
Actually, how many definitions are there, and can you read all of them?
Yeah, first tell us if it's a verb or a noun or an adverb.
Well, they already said verb. God, Pete, listen.
3 verbs, 2 nouns, total of 5. And here's what it says. Raw dogged. First definition, to really commit. Second definition.
Congratulations, really it's a boy. I just wanted to come and tell you guys, it's a boy. Your wife just had a boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
In a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We're relating as male friends.
Yeah.
Hey,
the second.
Just double check. Wait a second. Whose wife had the boy? Whose wife was she talking to? Because
oh God, all of our wives are in this hospital right now, but for different reasons. So.
If only we can remember the reason our wives are in this hospital.
Someone's phone is ringing, and I need to hear who.
We all have the same ringtone.
It's my phone. Give me a second.
Ring.
Hello.
It said Aaron's phone, but yeah.
Aaron, where the fuck are you?
Is that your girlfriend?
Are you my wife?
You know what? I do not have time for your fucking games right now. I am on the 5th floor in labor and delivery. Get up here now. Your son, raw dogging, wants to meet his father.
Don't go unless she says I love you.
I'll be there in a sec.
Say it to me.
I love you.
Goodbye.
Okay, yeah, she didn't say it either. Okay,
you better
real
go.
quick. I have to go up to the 5th floor, but what does raw dogging mean? Keep telling me the definition.
Roof. This is Larry the dog. I'm really offended by the term raw dogging. Roof.
Talking dog. Shoot it.
No.
Shoot it. Wait, which one of us you want to shoot it? Anyway,
I already had my thing.
Okay, I'll shoot a dog, but I really want to read some definition.
I would really get back into rock and roll school. I'm trying to get back into rock and roll school, and this is something I think that's expected of me, is to do that rock and roll school. Okay, guys, you know how much I love rock and roll school, but they just want degenerates in there. That's the only reason I suggested shooting the dog. I personally do not want that to happen. That is animal cruelty, and I don't think that has any place in rock and roll. Okay? So also it's a talking dog, which is scientific marvel. I just wanted to make sure I was clear on that. Rock and roll school.
We'll get to the talking dog in a second. We'll get to the talking dog in a second, and we'll get to my wife's birth in a second. But like, real quick, what is more definitions of raw dogging?
One thing at a time. Sean's phone is ringing.
I'm gonna put this on speakerphone.
Cool.
Hello?
Ruff, ruff. Is this Sean?
Edit.
I think that's our show.
That's it. We did it. We made it.
Thank you all for watching.
Stupid.
Hey, everyone who's not Twitch cameras on, people, unless you don't want to, I guess. I don't know. Thank you so much to all of our core cast, our guest improvisers, and our amazing essayists and stand-ups. For yourselves, thank you. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you can, hit up the links below to support the incredibly talented staff at the Magnet Theater who are displaced during these economic difficulties. Give what you can, please.
We also want to thank our wonderful tech, Aaron, the other Aaron, who is so important and wonderful and just a mensch.
And yes, thank you, Aaron. Big ups. And we want to, back when there was a theater to do one of these things in, we would end the thing with a group hug. But...
Real quick. I'm just going to jump in real quick before you say that. We're always looking for more improvisers and storytellers and stand-ups to do our show. So reach out at YANA Comedy on all the things. Mm-hmm. We're there. Or reach out to any of us performers and then any of the other performers will just send you to either Sirpy or me.
Yeah, tell a story. Yeah. You know, no one has lived your life and can tell your life story the way that you can. And no one can.
I can come pretty close, but I can't do it 100.
I will say, Aaron does a great version of my uncle's high school graduation. I gotta say, but
it's Tony time. Yeah.
Terribly accurate. I just want to thank you for checking out with us. These are difficult times, and I want you to never forget that there are people who you know, people who you don't know, who absolutely have your back and love you and want the best for you. You know,
and are going through a lot of the similar things.
Yep. And if you have the emotional bandwidth to listen to someone else, use that. If you don't have the emotional bandwidth, maybe. Someone who can maybe relieve you of some of that thing if they're so inclined, if they're able to.
Hold on, Michael. I just want to give a quick shout out to Larry the dog that jumped in. Sorry, go ahead, Michael.
Yep, no, thank you. If you want, adopt a dog. Adoption's the way to go. Spay and neuter your pets. I think I'm about done with PSAs.
I think the way we tend to end our show when we're doing it live is that we have a big group hug. And I think right before we go into a virtual group hug, I think all of us, especially Sean, can admit that Guster is a really good band. Thank you so much. We love you.
Yeah. Give us a show once a month. We talk about Guster once a month.
Mute Sean.